Okay, Dogi, first we start with our first conflict. We meet Y, but before we know anything about her, literally on the third page she gets kicked out from her beloved Lowell group. This is already stupid because we know nothing about the group either, like we get no exposition at all about them. So it doesn't make any sense that when she gets kicked we are supposed to feel bad for her, but that was my intention I guess. Y gets sad and angry, which again is kinda stupid, but we don't care anymore, and protests against our lovely A. I thought Y would be the protagonist, so I made this chapter about her, but I soon realized I had nothing planned at the moment, hence why we have no information about her. She gets us in and runs away crying, which is a fair response to something important to her. However, it still generally sucks that this concept was only on screen for less than one chapter and we already have a major characterization. Because it is implied to be really important, why didn't I go into detail about it?
You stupid
This page isn't even important. It only shows that he's a super bad guy and his peers didn't agree to kick Y out. I don't remember if I intended to make an antagonist, but no spoilers on what happens to him not even 3 chapters later. Just know this is a shit-fuck first impression. This page isn't all that bad, besides the fact that we wouldn't be this nice to Y. Also the fact that this is implied to be a strong friend group, but unfortunately, things happen and I probably forgot about it. W doesn't care for Y, but short spoiler, I literally never bring this up ever again in the newer chapters. Also I feel like this chapter didn't represent Y's personality properly. I don't think I had her character developed at all when making this. It was all just a gamble I suppose. I guess W wants to be a big brother. That big brother theory is better supported by this page. Also I actually know what I was thinking for Edgar. I want him to be a mysterious character, but I really couldn't think of anything more mysterious other than he has a glitchy voice. While this is the last page, purposely lifted a cliffhanger. I am assuming to get more people into it, but as the writer I know the next chapter is really a nothing burger. It contains a big event, but it is not at all related to W. But there is a lot more on with this chapter, especially when you compare it to the future ones. However, I recommend you check it out yourself to see if it is that bad. It starts off rough, it is still pretty rough now, but it is a lot more coherent in my opinion. There are 2 places you can read it, Reddit and Comic Fury hosted website. I recommend the hosted one for a more webcomic experience, but the Reddit site has more recent chapters on it. I need to add a lot more to the Comic Fury site. As of right now it sits at only 3 chapters. There is 10 chapters in the whole series. Good before now and tune in for the next.